I would rather them do her than some others because I think some of the others would be stronger candidates. But they are manufacturing this candidacy out of whole cloth. They are trying to create this excitement. And look, the thing is sometimes that can create excitement. Sometimes it can create momentum. And so this is all manufactured. There's no there with Kamala. She doesn't answer questions for good reasons because, she'll talk about the passage of time and being unburned. I mean, it's just nonsense. So that's it. But here's in Florida. No governor in this country faced more incoming than me from the corporate media. Not even close. And your governor's been hit, others, but it was relentless on me because one, I beat their rising superstar, Gillum, in 2018. They were very upset about it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Conservative Core, where our goal is to shine a light on the ridiculousness of the left. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification button, and like button. Kamala Harris's rise to become the presumptive Democratic nominee without undergoing the usual primary scrutiny raises serious questions about transparency and accountability in her campaign. Harris has been allowed to sidestep tough questions and avoid laying out a clear, detailed policy platform. Her campaign seems to be more about avoiding questions and allowing the media to hype her up. And that leads me to the opening clip that you watched. Ron DeSantis' criticism that the media is manufacturing Kamala Harris's candidacy and the so-called excitement around her is spot on. He points out that Harris's tendency to avoid tough questions and provide vague, non-specific answers is a clear strategy to sidestep accountability. The reality is that Harris's campaign has indeed been characterized by a lack of concrete policy details. Her approach seems more focused on maintaining a favorable media image rather than engaging in meaningful policy discussions. By not addressing the pressing issues head-on, she avoids scrutiny and keeps her campaign less controversial, but also less substantive. This tactic of speaking in broad, general terms, like focusing on the passage of time and being unburdened by what has been, is a classic way to deflect from a lack of clear policy proposals. Now we are under 90 days till the election, and we have someone who was not voted in by the people running for the Democrats who has not shared anything. Kamala Harris's candidacy raises serious questions about what she truly stands for and what her goals as president would be. It's striking that, despite being forced as the presumptive Democratic nominee, Harris has yet to clearly articulate her plans or outline the policies she would pursue if elected. This lack of transparency is alarming, especially when you consider that her campaign website features 7 donation buttons but 0 policy pages. Their whole campaign is more interested in collecting funds than informing voters about what they can expect from a Harris presidency. So why isn't Kamala Harris providing a clear path forward? Why hasn't she addressed how she plans to clean up any of the messes she's had a hand in over the past 4 years? Well, in this video we'll break it all down. But the truth is, you are falling for the trap. Now, what do I mean by that? By avoiding detailed policy discussions, Kamala Harris is effectively setting a stage where she can be anything to anyone. This vagueness isn't just a campaign strategy, it's a way to avoid accountability. When you don't have to answer tough questions or provide concrete plans, you can easily shift your position based on political convenience. The mainstream media is in on it as well. Just take a listen on how she handles tough questions.
What else are you going to do to fix this problem with inflation?
All right, thank you. Well, let's start with this. Prices have gone up, and families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas costs more. And we have to understand what that means. That's about the cost of living going up. That's about having to stress and stretch limited resources.
She is just as lost as Biden is. This strategy benefits Harris by keeping her from being pinned down on controversial issues or past failures. It allows her to stay in the good graces of various Democratic factions without having to commit to a specific agenda that could alienate potential voters. And let's be honest, this isn't the kind of leadership we need. We need clarity and accountability, not a political shell game. What do you think Xi Jinping or Vladimir Putin or Kim Jong-un are going to do if this goof gets elected? We are all doomed. These guys will walk literally all over her. It is a disaster in the making. And then there is the whole flip-flopping issue.
In the 2020 primary, the vice president praised the defund the police movement, and now she says she doesn't support defunding the police. She called for decriminalizing crossing the border illegally. Now she supports President Biden's policies for clamping down at the border. She supported Medicare for all at one point, eliminating private insurance. and her campaign says she doesn't support that now. She's reversed herself on a fracking ban. What do you think that voters should think when she's reversed herself on several issues just in the last 4 years?
I think that voters should think that she's a human being who learns new things every single day and has the ability to take the time and effort to hear the concerns of all people. I think that they should be certain that she is a fighter and a leader who's going to do the work on their behalf to ensure that there is an economy that ensures that no one is left behind, that there is a climate, that we're going to continue to address the climate crisis in a way that ensures that there is an earth here for young people and for next generations of leaders. I think that they should absolutely believe that she is a leader who cares about people and who's going to put them first, as she has done her entire career.
So no concern about flip-flopping?
No concern about flip-flopping.
Her positions seem to change based on who she's speaking to at any given moment, making her seem more like a chameleon than a principled leader. One moment, she's championing progressive reforms, and the next, she's backtracking because everyone hates these policies. So, in order to try and make everyone happy, she ends up having nothing she truly believes in. This inconsistency is not just about political strategy, it's about appearing light to everyone, regardless of where she stands on the issues. For instance, Harris initially supported the idea of defunding the police, a position that gained traction among progressive circles. However, as the political climate changed and the backlash against defunding grew, she has since toned down her rhetoric. Similarly, Harris, the border czar, has done a horrible job with millions of illegals coming into our country. But now she is trying to say she will be tough on the border in rallies, but in fact she was a strong advocate for open borders during her early campaigns. Heck, she even thinks this.
Must be addressed.
The bill also says, quote, every individual who is a resident of the United States is entitled to benefits for health care services under this act. Not every individual who's a citizen, but every individual who's a resident. So you support giving universal health care, Medicare for all, to people who are in this country illegally?
Let me just be very clear about this. I am opposed to any policy that would deny in our country any human being from access to public safety, public education, or public health, period.
So, her plan was to allow all these illegals to come into the country illegally, and then she wants to use our tax money to give them health care. Got it. There is one picture that sums up Democrats, and it is this. Once elected, I will lower grocery bills, says a politician currently in power. Well, that's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like this video for more conservative news daily. See you in the next one.